What is going on, everybody? Noob back here with another review. One that you've probably seen some of the veterans already go through. The Remit Peak WD107. Come up with some easier names, guys. Sorry, you're going to hear my dogs in the background fighting, but at least it's exercise for them. So we have a 14C 28M blade. Micarta scales, even though they really don't feel like micarta, they feel like plastic or even very smooth G10, but it's not uncomfortable. It's a button liner lock, which is kind of nice. Thumb studs for deployment, very good action, both ways. It's always iffy getting that back flick with the thumb studs, but it does work with this. Very comfortable to hold. Even up here, comfortable as well. It's a little bit under 8 inches overall. I do like this color combo. They call it steel rose gold. Oh, actually, no, just call it just rose gold. You know, it could be copper. The overall, I mean, you could feel that this is trying to get into the raccoon territory and kind of feel and materials, even the action. And it's close. Price on this on Amazon right now for regular price is $62.50, so not too bad. But at the same time, I mean, for a few bucks more, that raccoon is there. But I mean, it's a very deep carry clip that is reversible. It has inlays there too, so you don't have that little spot there in the meantime. But I mean, I don't have any complaints about this knife. Now, there's another review I have coming of a Kizer T1BD. I've done a T1 before, but this is they have their button lock, which is like a button liner lock as well. You know, this, that, the raccoon, the porcupine are kind of all in that same category. The porcupine not as much as the other two, but yeah, you know what? The Kizer is very similar to the porcupine. This is probably close to the raccoon. But I mean, if I didn't already play with a raccoon, you know, I would say that I don't see why anybody wouldn't want this knife. I get sharp looking. Don't pun the pun there. It's got a decent amount of jimping here. I'm not a huge fan of the blade shape. I guess it's spear point almost. I mean, it's not bad. But I wish the micarta felt a little bit more like micarta. It's hard to describe. It's extremely smooth. Not so smooth it's slippery. Just, I don't know, I'm used to micarta being a little bit more grippy. And the action's very good. I know I mentioned it, but just I think Basti does it a little bit better with the raccoon. Now this is, I think, a few bucks cheaper, but you know, I mean, if you're just a fan of Remit in the first place, then you know there's absolutely nothing wrong with this knife. Now I will say the thumb studs seem a little bit too close to where, you know, like I said, I like to reverse flick, and it works easily, but it doesn't catch as fast just because you'll get this. You'll get your finger. You got to get it kind of underneath the scale to get it to go. But once you do, I mean, you know, open and close, action, everything on this is great. It's got a good edge out of the box. It's unfortunately the only complaint I have is it's not the raccoon. Now, one thing I will say I do like better about this, and I forgot to mention that, so it's a button liner lock, but it also has access to the lock from the liner lock. So, you know, a little extra fidget factor to have is you can close it there, which I think is kind of cool. I wish more of the companies that did the button liner lock would leave that there. Chamfered and everything, it's very easy to use. So, I mean, that's a big plus for this. For anybody who likes to fidget, it gives you one more thing that you can do to mess with the knife, and I think that's kind of cool. So, you know, for a regular price of $62.50, this is a good deal on this knife. If this thing goes on sale, it's a steal. I've done a couple Remit knives. I do like them. The action's not always great. On this one it is. I haven't had any issues with it at all. Like I said, thumb stud placement, if I had to be picky, I would maybe say a little bit further out on the blade. But other than that, it's a nice looking knife. It's comfortable to hold. Even though the choil isn't quite a full choil, but I mean here, it's comfortable here. You got all that blade there. The jimping goes up far enough. I don't actually have to complain about it for once. So, I will say, it's a nice knife. Keep doing this kind of stuff. You know, like, you know, this knife specifically from Remit. They have it also in just different blade color, and looks like it might be the same. Let me see if it's the same scale colors. Yes, it is. So, I mean, just give a different blade shape. Give us a couple of different options and scales. And, I mean, you can sell a lot of the same knife just by giving us a couple different options on, you know, I hate to use the word accessorize, but I mean, I think this is what we would call men's jewelry at this point. Let's accessorize. This is a good start to it. On top of this, having this back here too, underneath, I think is awesome. It's a nice knife. So I'm not going to keep talking shit about it just by it not being a raccoon. It's a nice knife. It's a very nice knife. It's something I'd be happy to have. Just give me a few more color options on it, Remit, and you know, it'd be a great knife as far as I'm concerned. So let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.